Hey people, welcome back. I hope you remember in the last session of regression analysis, we were discussing about the basics of regression. I explained you about how a simple linear regression equation works. What is y is equal to a plus bx? What is the intercept? What is the slope or gradient or rate of change? We have understood this data and calculated the correlation. Based on this data, we calculated intercept and the slope. And then we predicted what is y is equal to a plus bx in case you want to figure out the value of y based on x value. So we can predict, or you wanted to find out the value of x when you know the y based on intercept and slope, and we can find it out that. In today's session, we'll go in more detail and we will be discussing about when you have the multiple variables or input variables and you are looking for one output, maybe or more than one output variable in regression analysis, along with a categorical predictor. So how to run that regression, multiple regression with the categorical predictor, and how do we calculate the probabilities and how to visualize that what we are going to learn in this session. Extremely important session. So let's start with this. Maybe I'm picking up some data. Let's say this is the data I'm picking up. These are the one categorical variable. One is the y variable I will take, and these other two will be the input variable. I think this data should be enough to understand that. I paste this data in Minitab and I will first run the regression analysis. Understanding math score is your y variable. Suppose your math score is a dependent variable, which is depending on the independent variable, like reading score and writing score. And then do you want to figure out if you have done the test preparation as in completed, or you haven't done the test preparation as in none, then how your math score is impacted. So first, the basic understanding, let me see, does it really make a difference in the math score when preparation completed or not completed? You want to visualize with a graph. So probably we can plot histogram, we can plot box plot or any other analysis. As we have learned when you are comparing two sample data. So if data is normal, we can even compare with the two sample t-test as well. So I just wanted to show you how to visualize that with the help of histogram. We'll just simply go to the graph, click on the histogram. Then data is coming with the group. So I will select with the group and fit. My y variable is the math score and the categorical variable is the test preparation. In data view, you can uncheck the bars and in multiple graph, select overlay on the same graph. Now you click on OK. And here is how your data with the test preparation completed and none is behaving. So we can see there is a difference in the mean value when you have test preparation completed. The blue line, the first one, is little on the higher side compared to when you did not do the test preparation. But with the help of histogram, I can just visualize. I cannot predict the values in case you want to predict the values, so how the equation will go. So for that, first we will run the regression analysis. We'll go to the stat, regression, and here I will select fit regression model. Response variable is your math score. Continuous predictor is reading and writing score. And in the categorical predictor, you will be selecting the test preparation. Now just click on OK and we'll see the equation is coming like this. So in this equation, you have the equation of y is equal to a plus b x1, b1 x1 and b2 x2. First equation is for the when you completed the test preparation as a categorical variable, and the second one where you did not complete the test preparation. The coefficient, if you see here, constant variable, which is your y, the p-value is less than 0.05, which means your y variable has a significant relationship with at least one of the input variable. When you look the p-value of the y, it will just indicate if it is less than 0.05 that it has a significant relationship with at least one of the input variable. Now input variable is your test preparation, your writing score and your reading score. And if we see all of these three p-values are less than 0.05, which means all of the three input significantly relationship or having a significant impact on your y variable. Another important part which I was telling you the last time, that we will look for the VIF. VIF stands for variation inflation factor. In case variation inflation factor in statistics is greater than 10, then we assume that input variable has a significant relationship with the another input variable. If it is a relationship with the y, we will look for the p-value. But input variable x1 has a relationship with the x2 variable if the VIF value is greater than 5 or 10. 10 is what significant level generally we consider. So we can say reading score and writing score, these both the values are greater than 10, which means they are having a significant relationship, statistically significant with each other, though test preparation has no relationship with other. How strongly you can believe on this analysis is what your R square adjusted value will tell you. So R square value will read when we have a 1:1 relationship, basically one y and one x. And R square adjusted we will be reading when your input variable have more than two. Like as here you have a reading score, writing score, test preparation. When more than one input variable you have, then we'll look for the R square adjusted. We will look another important values are all these p values. So this we have already seen in the coefficient table. What is left here is the lack of fit. So lack of fit p value must be greater than 0.05 to understand, does my data support this analysis, yes or no, or my data fits well, yes or no. That's what we will see. So here my p value for the lack of fit is greater than 0.05, which means my data is good. My data is supporting this analysis well. We will look for the R, which is the large residual, and X here for the unusual observation. Large residual means these values are away from the target or average value. So if you are setting up an average value of your regression is like this. So these values are large residual, R are the significantly away. X, which is representing the unusual observation, which means these are the out of the box, which means they are not only significantly away, they are far, far away, which is not at all expected as per analysis. So these are the incident which you should investigate unusual observation. These can be an special cause of variation in your process if all these values are there against the calculated value. This is here. Now you will look for which are the factor is significant or not. So if you look for the A is the reading score, B is the writing score, and C is the test preparation. All of these three parameters, they are crossing the threshold value, which is automatically calculated by Minitab 1.962. So this line is the red line. If it is crossing, that means all values are significantly related to y variable. And based on this only, if it is crossing the red line, then your p-value will be less than 0.05. In case this is behind this threshold value, then the p-value will be greater than 0.05. This is how we'll read it. Now, how to generate the probabilities. So probabilities we wanted to generate for my y variable here based on the input variable. What do? We just again go back to the same menu, stat, regression, and fit regression model. You will go to the storage and you select on the fits. That's all you are supposed to do. And once you click on OK, you will get the fits value here. So basically this is your actual score of y variable. And when you say fits, this is the predicted score of y variable. Actual score when reading score is 72, writing is 74, and test preparation not completed is 72. But ideally, in all these conditions, this score 72, what we have for the math score should be 69.97. Pick up any number. Suppose you have a number here, this line if we read, where your writing score is 50, reading score is 60, and math score actually is coming 38 when test preparation not completed. But ideal condition, the score, what is the 38 here? It should be 56. 38 is the incorrect. This is how, based on the equation, its predicted value. We want to see this in a graphical way. So we'll just go to the graph, go to the scatter plot, select with connect and the groups. Now your y variable here is the new y variable. And you are looking for the relationship with the writing score and the reading score. Again, new y variable, writing score. And here you can select your categorical variable as a test preparation done or not done. In multiple graph, let's select on the separate graph. It will look better. And just click on OK. Now you see how do we read it. So this is the scatter plot fits for this reading score, means how much impact your reading score is giving to your y variable. Red line or the brown line indicate when test preparation is not done, versus the blue line indicate the completed. And I see completed or not completed along with the reading score goes almost in the same way. And there is a positive relationship. So if you want to look for the probabilities, like 50% maybe here, which means 50% is connecting somewhere around the 60 to 65 of the reading score. We can draw the line. Maybe you will just select on the edit, go to the add items. Maybe you will go for the reference line and maybe y variable as in, let's say 50. So you can say this line is crossing here nearly 50 plus. So this is telling you that where is the chance, when what is the reading score, against that you will get at least 50 score in the math. If you want to see this maybe 70 math score, so then this line will cross somewhere here, which means nearly here. That's how it will be reading. Now the second graph, if you see, this shows a little different than the reading score. So writing score, you see here, if preparation is completed, then the blue dots are mostly here, and preparation is not completed, your writing score is high, your brown dots are mostly here. So this thing is telling you the relationship between x and y variable, which you fits you have calculated newly based on the existing. So this is the way we can predict the data in Minitab or in the regression equation, that based on the actual score, and you have the input variable along with the categorical variable, what is the expected value in this case. So next time whenever you are setting up some input, these are the expected value, and you can calculate as well with the help of equation which we have derived here, like as y is equal to math score, and y math score when the reading score and writing score is this against the completed or not completed test preparation. That's about the part 2 of the regression analysis. And similar way, you can use any other variable. Let me know in case any doubt in the comment section, and I will answer your question. Thank you so much, people, and I'll see you in the next session.